All right. Hello, this is Casual Keeter again, and today I'm going to show you how to unlock and play the Qliphothic Warzone, commonly known as the QWZ, probably because Qliphoth is rather difficult to pronounce. Now, it's very not common sense here. You have to go to Until Liaison Bradley in the Renaissance Center. This guy right here, the guy to the right of Irwin, and you talk to him. He gives a mission called Hermes Revisited, and then he tells you to talk to Major Boudreaux at Until HQ. So now we go to Until HQ. That would be the building south of the Champions Building, big C on the map, rather easy to find. Then you go south of it. It's the same area that you farm Onslaughtville and stuff, so pretty easy to find. Let's see, just go in Until, not Unity, obviously. And then you go in here. Oh, wait. Hermes Revisited complete. Okay, so you talk to this chick. Violet Boudreaux, blah, blah, blah. End of the world stuff. Nothing too important. Then Realm of Destruction. And that will enable you to go into this little space hole here. And that's all you need to know, basically, to actually get here. Now, I'm going to be switching characters because this character is the only character I could find that hasn't already unlocked it, and he needs a retcon. So I'm just going to go back to my main, and the reason I'm going to my main is because I want to make it rather simple here. So I will show one battle from each area. You're going to unlock missions from here, and up here. To the left, you've got the shadow demons or whatever, and up here you've got Multifaria, and to the right you've got elder worms. Now, the first group that you will fight are the Eldritch Horrors. Eldritch Horrors have high damage and tend to have Aura of Ebon Destruction, if I recall correctly. Now, it's kind of useful to have stuns because that'll reduce their damage output. The reason I'm using Keter is because Keter, my main here, has Bad Sector, and Bad Sector has the ability to grant you a shield. That's what I've done. So it prevents you from dying very quickly. The alternative is just to pounce and place Bad Sector, stun them so that they can't do damage. In general, if you don't have stuns or damage absorption things, these guys do a massive amount of damage and will kill you relatively quickly. So you want to either bring a friend, or you want to bring lots of stuns, shields, etc., that sort of thing. You're not going to survive very long if you're just a DPS build. You can just use Resurgence a lot, but that will take forever. So I recommend bringing a friend if you are just starting out here, or bring lots of Sustain. Now let's see, collect Shadow Cult lore. Now this is one of the missions that you can get. Basically, you just kill these guys. Well, any of them, not specifically these guys. This guy has a self shield, if I recall correctly, and in general, they have very high damage. So you just run over here. These guys will drop Shadow Cult lore, I believe. Or you can just go inside these buildings. Oh, need to use Resurgence. Almost died there. All right. Die quickly so that I can get on to the next part. Oh, here you go. Okay, so basically, Shadow Cult lore means you gather these things up. I'm not going to do every single one of them because you get the general idea. Sometimes you need to kill the soul torturers. These guys, they're relatively easy for Qliphothic QWZ enemies. But they've got a rather massive shield, as you can see. They shield themselves. They take a lot less damage. They've got this AoE thing that they drop on your location sometimes. That thing deals a decent amount of damage if you stand in it, but you basically kill these three guys, if it says to kill soul torturers, you kill these 3 guys, then it should give you an option to free this soul thing over here. Nothing too complex about that. Another mission is to kill dark disciples. Pretty simple general stuff. Let's see. Now we're going to go up north to the Annihilator bots. In general, this one is also relatively simple. I would say that the most important thing you need to know about this particular area is do not fly too high in the sky. They have snipers that will one-shot you, if I recall correctly. The Annihilator bots in this particular area, they will drain your energy rather than your health bar. And once your energy gets to 0, they start doing massive amounts of damage like that. The way to prevent that is to block when they're doing that drain attack. Other than that, same thing as everywhere. You want to just be careful. They have blocks, they have knocks and stuff like that you want to take care of. If you see them charging up something that looks like it's going to send you flying, block. Very important, or you'll take a lot of damage. If they tell you to shut down these portals, you have to kill a portal engineer. And then, after you've killed the portal engineer, he will drop a command code. Now, I don't have the mission, so he doesn't have one, but it'll be a lootable object on the ground. And then you just pick it up, and then you beep, 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 that sort of thing. Pretty simple. You might also have a mission to get these things taken care of. Ooh, I appear to have that mission right now. So I'll just show one of the, I aggroed a second group on accident. Now, normally, if this happens, you should probably just run away, but my main character's got enough damage that he can just kill everything. Realistically, if you're just entering the war zone and you're just new here, that probably is a death sentence, so you should try your best to keep an eye on where your enemies are and move in between them. Ooh. I like that. But you should move in between them carefully. Then you just turn this off. There's one here. There should be one up there. And another one to my southwest or southeast, maybe. I'll show you where they all are. Now I'm blocking this because he's doing the drain. The drain attack is typically the first thing that they lead with, so you don't really have to worry too much about that. Block the knock. And then kill the rest. Now, this is my main character, so he's doing things a lot faster, but I figured it would be a lot smoother. Sometimes they tell you to turn off these consoles. Pretty simple there, too. Carcardons are pretty simple. They're very easy to kill compared to everything else. I wouldn't worry too much about them. I think they have, like, snares and roots and stuff, but nothing else too big. Another portal engineer over to my left there, and over here, another computer in here in case I need to turn them off. I'm just going to ignore them, run away from them because I don't really need to show you anymore here. I'm going to teleport away so that they can't keep biting at me. Yeah, I'm slow. Okay, so, and this is the last place where you've got computers in here. You've got a portal engineer up there, another portal engineer over there. Gonna fly low because I'm pretty sure those are the snipers in there. Yeah, shadow sniper. They can kind of really mess you up. Try to avoid imps. They do a lot of damage. Teleport is always very important for these sort of things. The travel power, really nice to have so that you can de-aggro really quickly. These are the Elder Worms. They have well, I'll just show you what powers they have. They have the tendency to shield themselves. Sometimes they can heal themselves very quickly to the point where you probably won't be able to outdamage them. They've got lots of knocks, and they're a pain in the butt in general. The best way to deal with them, in my opinion, is probably to get a stun off like Dragon Kick before they can activate whatever power they have that will heal them. Like you saw them charging that thing up. I believe that was something that would create mind worms. I'm just going to let them live for a few seconds just to show you their power set. See, the substantiator is channeling a power. Best to typically stun them before they do that. And you get a bunch of mind worms. Those things can do a lot of damage if you leave them unattended. But in general, you can also just kill the group. And then once the group is dead, the elder worms or the mind worms also die. Now you can see what I was talking about them healing. Oop. I hit the resurgence button, but it didn't go off. But that's a good example to show you that they are not exactly weak. I hit it 2 or 3 times. I don't know why it didn't go off, but that will happen. You're going to have to deal with that sort of thing playing Champions Online. But that was mostly to actually show you the powers that they had in the first place, so I don't mind. Going to go back there and just show them in general. The substantiators do have a tendency to create minions. So you kind of want to focus them first, in my opinion. Stun. And then they lose the ability to use that power. If I were, yep. See the, oh, they still generated 1, but normally they're supposed to generate 3, so maybe a sorcerer generated it, or it only went off halfway. I don't know exactly what. But in general, if you stun the sorcerers, you're going to be better off than you normally are. This particular area of the map, you want to collect these boxes and these little claw thingies most of the time. Sometimes, if it tells you to free captured humans, it's these boxes. Yeah, I'm going to go away. I'm going to hide from them. Nope. No, thank you. Not right now. Let's see. And I think that's all for the Qliphothic Warzone. If you are starting off and you have a new character, maybe they don't have Justice Gear or they don't have a lot of stuns or roots or whatever. Not roots. You want stuns, you want self shields, you want self heals. You want to be able to stay alive for a long time, and you need to be careful with blocks. You need to block certain abilities relatively frequently. If you don't have that, all you need to do is just bring a friend and you'll be fine. And that's it for this particular tutorial. Oh, wait. Before I finish, the main reason to get all of this stuff is all the missions. If you do 5 of them in a row, they give you gold champion recognition, which if you don't know what that is, that's basically what you need for every single end game gear. And they always give you silver champion recognition, which is also needed for end game gear and a few other things. But basically, you just get all of the missions from these guys. You do all the dailies, and then that's it. You get gold champion, you get silver champion over 5 days. If you need help, I would just say ask in zone. Say, hey, I need help doing my Qliphothic Warzone or QWZ dailies. Come please help me. And someone will probably respond. In general, that's it. So have a good day, everyone. Keter signing off.